Okay, I got the second dream now. The second dream was our people. Okay, it finally came to me, and that's messed up. It took for me to cut the video off for me to it to finally click in my head. The second dream was somewhat racial, but at the same time, it was about, I guess, our people rising up. That's what it looked like in the dream. Because in this dream, nobody touched us. Nobody came near us. Actually, they kept their distance. Um, I don't know how we got on a mountain. This dream, we was on a mountain. Um, and as our people was going up this mountain, they marching. They marching. Mainly just our people. You had like a few white people with us. Like when I mean few, it was very few. But it was like mainly all our people, all the Israelite people out there. And we was marching up this mountain. Some people didn't really know what was going on. They just came, followed with us. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of stopped for a minute because I was happy. I was kind of amazed to see, like, man, we marching, because it felt like we was on the mountain of Zion. That's what it felt like. Because, like, it felt so peaceful. But it was almost like he wanted all of us to be up there. So, and the thing is, we wasn't even all the way up the mountain yet. I'd say we was, like, not close to the bottom, but we was, like, almost, like, it seemed like we was, like, let's say if a mountain was, like, 100 feet tall, we was probably, like, 10 miles in. Like everybody was marching up the mountain. The Most High didn't allow me to see that much, or He didn't allow us to go all the way, or He didn't allow me to see the dream of us going all the way up the mountain. So that was amazing to see all of us marching, and then like when you look out towards like where the people are, not the mountain, but like the opposite side of the mountain, you see just all the other races just standing there. Nobody else went up the mountain except like I said, a few white people was with us, but mainly it was all of our people. It was so nice to see that. I don't know if the Most High was bringing us closer to Him. Um, I just know the people that He had on that mountain was the people He wanted up there. Um, so I don't know, y'all. Like when I think of those dreams, it it tells us what is to come. For the Most High say, the young people have visions and the old people will dream dreams. And when I seen that, I'm like, man, I know this time is getting dark. We are definitely getting close to Jacob's trouble. Um, this is the beginning of sorrows. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface yet, even though these man made fake diseases and viruses are coming out. Now it's just showing you how evil this world has gotten, and it's clearly showing its face and showing you how evil it is. So I just expect and I hope for my people to gird themselves and protect themselves, build themselves up faithfully. But like the Most High said, what is faith without works? Faith without works is dead. We need to start acting on what we're saying, not just believing in the Most High faithfully and not just doing and following the law, statutes, and commandments. We actually have to help people. Um, Charity, meaning like help the poor. Even the Most High helped the poor during His time, so we have to help them. Also, too, um, we as far as chosen people, we have to help each other. We don't help each other enough. Um, it was a scripture in the New Testament. I'll find it again. I don't know if it was First Corinthians or First Thessalonians talking about how women can actually speak. We can actually do things besides what was told of us to do. I'll find that again. It was almost like it was questioning man as to why do we have to be quiet. And I believe if the Most High put these dreams and visions and allow us to see things, even when we read the Word and we still keep silent and all that stuff, obviously He wants us to tell people what we see and what our dreams was, and obviously if He's putting the Word in our heart and spirit to tell people about, even if they know or don't know, obviously He still wants us to speak up because we're still doing a work. It's a work for us. The Most High told everybody to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. We have to. And he told us to trust in no man. He also told us to, um, he who has the ear, let them hear the words of the Most High. We have to, we as individuals, we have to seek the Most High, read His words, and keep the commandments. Because it was a scripture I think in the Old Testament. Because I've been reading and bouncing back in different books, so I can't really think of which name it was in. But it also said that we cannot save anyone but ourselves. I think it talked about Abraham, Isaac, no, Abraham, Noah, and somebody else. It was three of them. Even though they had people with them, it said they could only save themselves. Because, they're their own individual. The Most High gave us free will when Adam and Eve um, bit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They chose to do that. And the Most High made them pay the ultimate price with being out of paradise, um, leaving the Garden of Eden, making them work their whole lives, and making women suffer through pains, menstrual pains, and labor pains, since we are the ones that cause for man's destruction. But the Most High put it on. He put the commandment on the man and for the woman to listen. We still do that, and that's probably, and when I think about it and say it now, that's probably one of the reasons why they say women have to keep silent. If we and that scripture is definitely in the New Testament. Both, but the one that's talking about for us to still do works, that's in the New Testament too. As far as us speaking a word, as long as I would say, as long as we study it and can back it up and know scripture, we can speak. I think the Most High wouldn't want us to speak amongst men. That's what I think that means when they say, when at least the scripture that's in the New Testament talking about the woman to keep silent. When we're amongst men, I think He wants us to keep silent. But like in the setting that I'm in now, it's just me in the front by myself, just me and my cat. I think that's when He wants us to speak, as long as we can, and I'm not just talking about just in complete, solitude, but I mean, I think He wants us to speak when we can actually bag up what we're saying, and everybody is in agreement, and I have a witness there to witness what I'm saying. So yeah, I would say the Most High is really working on His people, women and men, not just men, women too. He is waking up a lot of people in this truth. I've been in this truth for 5 years now, and I'm real happy about that. Um, I'm happy that the Most High woke me up, because it allowed me to help and tell my family about it, even though many, I would say, don't agree, because they don't understand the Most High got a certain few. It's almost like a whole city, and I'm not just talking about me, um, but I'm gonna use myself as an example. Like, my family is the world, and I'm like the chosen few out of, you know, out of the 2/3 and everybody that He's gonna destroy, and He will leave the remnant, which is the 1/3. The Most High is allowing for me to see and know that in this walk it will be lonely, and at the same time, too, that it's almost like the example He used for, like, He would destroy the world, and only either 10 people or 10 people out of 1,000. And I'm, like I said, I'm using my family as an example. Even though I told them and warned them and told them everything, they didn't listen. If the Most High come and destroy this world, I feel like I'll be the only one left. Me and my family would be the only ones left, um, because they didn't listen. They chose not to listen. They believe in the word, but they believe in the wrong name. It's only, like, out of everybody in my family, it's only, and I'm talking about uncles, aunties, cousins, and all that stuff. It's only two of us. Me and my uncle. We are the only two that's really in the word. And like, we study it. We know it. Even though we got our flaws, he gets it. He knows. As far as, like, the children and stuff, they still young. They They don't understand, but they can still learn. And the younger ones are willing to learn, and they listen. They want to learn. So that's the benefit about that. But I would say for the children of Israel, which is us, the Most High is girding us, wanting us to prepare ourselves, because whether people want to believe it or not, these three dreams I had, it will be a race war. We've been marching a whole lot, but in this dream, the Most High showed us marching. It was almost to victory because we was marching to Him. Like He put us on this mountain, and people was singing, and not like chanting, but like you know how like people always saying like certain words, like chants, like black is beautiful, um, power to the people. It was like we was all going up this mountain, and people was singing and chanting. It was a good feeling. But the Most High like allowed me in that dream and showed me that there will be trials. Of course, we all can't think we're just gonna make it out of here as how the Christians made everybody believe we're gonna get raptured up. That won't happen. And let's say if it did happen, it's gonna happen after the fact. It will never happen before. And then the thing is, you were lied to under false pretenses. You were taught, regardless if you grew up and I was taught, no. If you want to continue to be blind, you will be blind. If the truth is starting to reveal itself about how the J name was created 500, 400 or 500 years. It's not even 500 years yet, but it's 4 to 5, close to 500 years ago. You want to believe a name that's not true. Then you want to believe a depiction, a picture of how he really looked, which is the complete opposite of how he really looked. It was almost like we was taught, uh, in Christianity at least, we was taught everything in reverse. And I'm not a Christian, by the way, but when I was, we was taught everything backwards. Like he was white, but he was really black. You know what I mean? That's what I mean, like that. We was lied to about everything. And even when you read that book, and what a lot of people don't get, our people, and I think I said this in another video, we didn't translate these books. We didn't make up these books. And what I mean by that is, when it was originally written in our language, Hebrew, and our language was taken away from us and we started speaking English, and that's the people that own this country, the English, because we speak their language and they're the ones that's still in control. We They translated the book in English so they can understand and know what it really means. But of course, they still have to whitewash it. But at the same time, they left it in English, and I guess they didn't feel like we was gonna catch on as quick or learn as quick as we did their native language, English, and then understand what that book really means. But they translated the book in English, but still want to try to deny the fact that he was black. Y'all, we didn't tell y'all to put that in there. We didn't make it up. This is the Most High Yah's words that you guys translated in English, and when you come to find out the book is really about us, you want to get mad about it, like how. But you want these pictures of this false Christ, and the Most High said also too that they will. I think he said they will. Uh, they will raise themselves. Um, it was almost like he was. I got to think of it. Like I said, I got so many scriptures and so much stuff in my head right now. But he's basically saying that they will claim that he is God, meaning they will put their own pictures up and their own depiction of how he looked because they want him to look like their image, but he was really our image. I'm happy about that. And a lot of people don't understand. We're not a cursed people. We're a blessed people. And the cursed people, they'll get punished for what they did, regardless how they feel about it, regardless how they feel about us. The Most High chose us as His chosen. And please forgive me for not being able to gather my thoughts clearly, because I'm not the type. I'm not going to write stuff down. If it comes in my head at that moment, I need to put it out there. Even though I waited a little bit too long, because it was clearly and vividly in my mind as far as scripture and and knowing the scripture verses, I was clear on that. But yeah, like I said, I just woke up probably like an hour ago now. And I was like, I gotta make this video. The Most High is putting on my spirit to tell about these three dreams I had. One was about death, destruction, and chaos in the world, like looking like it was crumbling, you know, in front of our very eyes at that moment. The second one was about us marching up a mountain. It was like the Most High, you know, He chose His people that He wanted. And for a lot of Israelites that want to believe that some Gentiles will not get caught up, um, or whose names is not written in the book of life, that is not true. Even in Deuteronomy, it says that there will be strangers that will cling on to the children of Israel, to the tribe of Judah, and there has been. And the thing is, they are being lied to and deceived by some of our people because they don't want them to have the blessing that, you know, that we have, considering the fact that it's some of those racist people that's um, putting us in this but I would say laying this burden on us. But at the same time, the Most High did forgive the ones that actually believe and know and fearfully know that He is the one true Yah. He is my color. He is not, and He allows and wants other races. Remember, He said they'll come from every nation. Of course, our people was embedded in every nation, but there will still be Gentiles from other nations that will be with us that believe in their heart that the Most High Yah, it looks like us, and He came for a certain group of people. But He said the people that believe in Him and that will follow His commandments, even the strangers. Even when you read in Deuteronomy, it talks in Deuteronomy and Leviticus, it talks about the strangers too. Even following the laws and following the holy days, that they will be saved and they will prosper, and everything around them will flourish pretty much. People got to know that and believe that. If you read the word, you got to read the whole word and don't take out certain things just because you feel like, okay, they don't deserve this. Hell, a lot of people don't feel like we deserve the blessing either, even though the Most High gave it to us. The Most High officially gave it to us, because if He felt like, when I would say, and I'm gonna end this video in a little while because it's starting to get too long. When back in Genesis time, when Esau sold, he was the oldest. He sold his birthright to his brother Jacob, which is Jacob in this case. Don't forget the J was not invented until recently with the Council of Nicaea, and they took the J from the French alphabet. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When Esau sold his birthright to his brother Jacob, because he actually ended up killing, Esau actually ended up killing Nimrod, and Nimrod's bodyguards and soldiers started coming after him. He told his brother to make him some lentils. His brother made him that. He said, I will sell my birthright to you. And his brother knew what that birthright meant. Jacob knew what it meant. Even though the father tried to bless Esau with it, the mother knew that Jacob was rightful for that blessing. And if the Most High didn't feel that the tribe of Israel, He changed his name later when He wrestled with the angel, the Most High would have taken that blessing away from Jacob in this case, from Israel. That was the new name He gave him, because He said He will name him after Himself. He said if He felt that that blessing wasn't deserving of Him, He would have took it immediately away from him and put it back on Esau. But the thing is, Esau ended up stealing it back, but he stole it back with the sword. The same way he stole the coat of Adam from Nimrod by killing him with the sword, basically. He hunted him like an animal and killed him. The same way he stole, or tried to steal the birthright back. And He basically did steal the birthright back, because even in this case, they got us serving their fake gods of wood and stone, a cross. And even in the New Testament, it said that he was hung on a tree. He didn't hang on a cross, he was hung on a tree. What group of people was hung on a tree? It's obvious and it's common sense. And they want his people to suffer the same way, even though they think that those people will be cursed by them being hung on a tree. They won't be cursed just because they put it on them. The Most High will curse the people that did that to them. Again, the Most High will bless certain people and curse them, but the Most High chose Israel as his blessed people. Even though it's a lot of people that still need to learn about the truth and that's not in it yet, the Most High will open their eyes. And the Most High said that in the New Testament, that once everybody hear the word and know who he is and know the truth, it will be too late. And it somewhat is too late right now, because people are trying to destroy our people, even the ones that's in Africa right now. Because don't forget, we still got a scattered few that's over there too. They trying to destroy them and kill them with vaccines and all that stuff. So I know I'm kind of bouncing around back and forth, but remember those dreams was about destruction, and it was almost like Satan, by me seeing the dragon with the three heads. It was almost like it was showing the rise of the Antichrist, the first dream, with destruction and death all around him that was happening. And when I mean it was scary to see, it was almost like I was watching a movie. That, then it showed us marching up the mountain and security, safeness. And then the other dream was about racism, bad racism. So hopefully the dreams that I had kind of open you guys' eyes up to a reality that is going to set in for the whole world. And just pay attention to your dreams, even though certain dreams can be deceiving. The Most High said that. But still, just by you just opening your eyes to what's really happening, you will understand that the Most High is trying to show you something. Whether it's good or bad for you, he's trying to show you something. So I will end this video. I hope you guys have a great Shabbat. Like I say, all praises to the Most High. AHAYAH, in the name of his son, Yeshaya. And some of us Hebrew Israelites call him Yahweh, and the son Yahweh Shai. Some call him Yahuwah, and they call the son Yahushua or Yeshua. Regardless, if you think about it, they all have the word Yah. I'm sorry, they all have the word Yah in it. And that's the reason, because his name had Yah in it. That's why if you think about a lot of the children of Israel, regardless they want to believe it or understand it or not, a lot of our kids have Yah in their name, and they don't really know they have parts of the Most High's name and the Son's name in their actual name. And that's amazing. But anyway, as I close this, I pray that all the brothers and sisters that's in the truth continue to be prayed up, continue to read that Bible each and every day, the Bible and the Apocrypha, because in second Esdras it talked about the death and destruction, and he's seen the future. He's seen what will happen to the world and our people in this end times, to the point where he was, and this is first and second Esdras, mainly the second one, because the second one talked mainly about what's going to happen. He was distraught, and his heart was grieved for a long time, where the angel told him to eat certain flowers, I think for a week. He will come back to him and prophesy and tell him what is to come, and show him what was to come and happen to our people and what will happen to the world. Please, you guys, open your eyes and continue to be this truth. Do not stray from it. The Most High told us to stand firm, put on the full body armor of Yah, which you gird your loins with the belt of truth, Put on that helmet of salvation. Have on that breastplate of righteousness. Have that shield of faith in your hand. Plant your feet down with peace so it can stand. And have that sword, which is the Spirit and the Word. Continue to have that faithfully in your heart and you will be fine. So I will end this. I'm sorry, I know I keep saying that, but I hope you guys have a good and great Shabbat. I will enjoy it. Continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Help people, but don't forget to help your people first. And the Most High said, for the people that are in the truth, as far as the strangers and the Gentiles that will be in this truth, we as a nation of Israel, people, his chosen seed, have to respect them, because obviously the Most High chose them and woke them up for a reason. Everybody is not against us, but the Most High again said, do not trust anyone. So we still have to test those spirits and make sure they are of Yah. Okay? Have a good day, you guys. Bye.